will become 3. This will become 4. Where is you have to draw? Till here. Then 3 means you should draw till C. Then 4 means here like this. Then 5 means here like this. And this is your table. Okay. This is your table. Roughly I have drawn. You can draw with the correct picture afterwards. Like this. Okay, now start doing. You can check A comma G. A is J, G is also known. That's why we can't do anything. G, B comma G. B and G both are non-final. C comma G. C comma G both are non-final. Okay, right or not? Both are non-final. If both are final, non-final means you have to check. If one is final, other is non-final, so you can put a cross mark. D comma G you can put a cross mark because D is a final and G is a non-final. Like that. E comma G also you can put a cross mark. F comma G as in you can't put because like that you have to check everywhere. You have to put and you can follow. This is a partition method. This P method it is means partition method. This is T method, that is tabulation method. Your wish, any method you can follow and you should minimize the DFA and get the answer. Fine. Is it clear how to draw the table, how to develop the tabulation method? One is a final, other is a non-final. You have to check and put a cross mark. If both are finals and both are non-finals, then you should check it with respect to your input symbols A and B. Then you can verify whether you should put a cross mark or a right mark. Cross mark or right mark, that you should decide. And afterwards you can minimize the DFA. Fine. Homework problem this is. It's already I have done half homework here only. Homework DFA, minimize DFA. Why it is not valid? Special symbols. Yeah. So now we are going to see NFA concept. Listen carefully. Till now we have seen all the remaining concepts like DFA, minimizing DFA. Now NFA we are going to see NFA, non-deterministic finite automata, or we can call it as like this also. What is that? Another form? DNFA means NDFA, non-deterministic finite automata, or NFA simply we can call. So here first we are going to cover the first part here as introduction part. Introduction. The second one I can cover. Second one is NFA construction. NFA construction. Then the third part we can cover here as NFA to DFA conversion. NFA to DFA. NFA to DFA conversion. So that conversion also we are going to see. NFA to DFA conversion. Then we are this is a minimum NFA to DFA only for NFA means here without epsilon. Without epsilon moves. We are going to cover here without epsilon moves. We are having two concepts now, with epsilon moves and without epsilon moves. Here without epsilon moves. Remember we are going to cover here only without epsilon moves. Epsilon means it may represent. Without epsilon moves. So epsilon you can draw like this. Okay, without epsilon moves. So without epsilon moves, first part we are going to see introduction, then NFA construction, then NFA to DFA conversion. So normally what we have decided we are having in the regular language, we were having in the regular language. So representing of regular language, we are using first a regular expression. We use regular expression first, right or not? This we use. Please make a note of this all regular expression. Then we have seen DFA. We have covered all the DFA 50 problems we have covered in DFA and regular expression. Now we are going to see NFA. So in NFA there are two types, I am telling you. What are the two types? Without epsilon, with epsilon. Okay? Without epsilon, this is without epsilon moves. And with epsilon. So we are going to see two types, without epsilon and with epsilon. Okay, so only the difference between df and nf I can say in the form of a transition function. We have seen the transition function here, q into sigma is equal to 2 power q. Q into sigma is equal to 2 power q, right or not? This do you remember, in dfa the transition function was q into sigma is equal to q, but here 2 power q. So what does the basic definition of NFA I can say? The basic definition on NFA which you have seen already. Normally we have seen one small definition of NFA like a DFA only. Here by giving a string in the form of a input, we are giving in the form of a input, right or not? In the form of input. So here NFA we can call it as an acceptor, NFA acceptor. You can write NFA acceptor. NFA acceptor. So here if we are having, we'll getting to again the same thing, that is W belongs to L. W belongs to L and W does not belongs to L. W does not belongs to L. If it belongs to L, it's a valid string, and here invalid string. So here what is the meaning of string on a W belongs to L means at least one path that all is final. Please make a note here, at least one path. At least you are having one path. Till now in DFA we are having at least one path. At least one path that all set final. That all set final. Okay, that's all set final. That is your belongs to means. Okay, at least one path, all set final. And here means at least one path. Before in DFA we are having only one path, but in NFA you are having at least one path, means you can have one or more than that. Okay, then here sometimes you see does not belongs to L means no path that is altering at final state. If path exists also, that will alter at non-final. Actually no path, I can say no path. If path exists also, if exist, it also all set path exists. No path exists, actually I can write something wrong. If no path exists, first of all write on no path exists. No path exists. Okay. In case path exists also, no path exists. If exist also, if exist, it all set a non-final state. It all set a n dot f, non-final state. If exist, it all set a non-final state. Okay, see here. Normally NFA without epsilon moves we are going to discuss now. The first introduction part, then NFA construction, NFA to DFA conversion. So when we were having a regular language, in that regular language, we have seen the regular expression. The regular language generates the regular expression. Then in generate DFA also we have designed for the regular language. Now we are going to see one more model that is called NFA, that is a non-deterministic finite automata. And in that non-deterministic finite automata, it is represented with NFA. NFA means non-deterministic finite NFA, or you can write NDFA, but mostly we'll prefer NFA. So without epsilon moves, with epsilon moves. So without taking epsilon into the consideration we are going to do, and with taking epsilon into the consideration we are going to construct NFA. So here, what is the difference between NFA and DFA? Definitely we'll see a separate topic here. But the main difference I can say here, the transition function is q cross sigma is equal to 2 per q. Whereas in DFA it was q cross sigma is equal to q. Okay. So see the input string I'm giving, this is NFA acceptor I can write here. It is an acceptor. It's an acceptor, NFA acceptor, where if the string belongs to L, then at least one path all set a final. Means you're having at least one path. You can have more than one path also for a same input symbol. But in DFA it was not like that. Only one path we are having for one input symbol. But here in DFA exactly one path for one input symbol. But in NFA you are having at least one path that all set final, means you can have one path or you can have more than one path. to reach a final state. Okay, and here if the does not belongs to means it is an invalid state. If there no path exists, if exists also, that will also halt at a non-final state. So that is the introduction part here of your DFA and NFA. I hope this introduction part is very clear. Anybody is having the definition of this, you can take as a definition of NFA. This is your definition of NFA. This definition of NFA, if belongs at least one path halts at final, no path exists. If exists, it halts at a non-final state. Okay, is it clear? Anybody is having doubt in this NFA, please. Definition, if you're having any doubt, please tell me. NFA means it is halting at, it is having more than one path, I can say. It can have one path or more than one path. Like that is called NFA for a same input symbol. But in DFA, we have seen exactly one path for one input symbol. But here, you can have more than one path for a given input symbol. You can have one path or you can have more than one path also. That is the NFA. Is it clear? The difference between NFA and DFA? If the string doesn't belong to the language, it will halt the non-final state. Sometimes there is no path. If it is there, even if the path exists, it will reach at non-final state. Is it clear? Please respond.
Yes, sir, clear.
Anybody else having doubt, please respond. Because your response only will make me to explain more better. If you are responding, if you are participating in the discussion, then I will get more interest to take a class. Otherwise, what I will feel boring. That's why please respond. Instead of responding in audio, so in the chat, you can respond with audio. What is the problem? You are having your lunch now only. You can respond with your audio. Make your mic correct. Don't say mic problem. So many days we are taking class. You should not say mic problem now. Yeah. So this is a basic difference of this is of NFA. If a string belongs to L, there will exist at least one path that halts at a final. Halts means it will stop at a final. No path exists if it doesn't belong to L. If it exists also, it will halt at a non-final state. So that is our introduction part. Let me go to the another this one. This NFA basic. Now we are going to see the differences between NFA and DFA. After this, we can close our class. NFA versus DFA. DFA. So this is important, NFA versus DFA. So what is there? Normally every finite automata, you know very well, every finite automata will be of 5 symbols only. The difference is finite automata means I can define like this, that we are having 5 symbols. One is a queue, number of states, then input of the alphabet, then final state, right or not? Then final state I'm telling. This is a transition function. This is a transition function. Then we are having initial state, that is Q naught. Then this will remain F as a final state. So this is a 5 tuple. DFA or NFA is a 5 tuple. But the change here is in DFA, when I take DFA or NFA, what I take here, let me take here DFA this side, and this is NFA. This is DFA and this is NFA. What is in DFA and NFA? Everything there are also 5 states only, but here the transition function is Q into sigma is equal to Q, right or not? Is equal to Q, please, it is a Q. Okay. Then here transition function Q into sigma is equal to 2 power Q. This is the main transition function difference between them. Yes, like that. So here the one more difference is that we are having exactly one path. Here we are having exactly one path, and here we can have more than one path or no path or greater than. Here I can say like this. See, if the string is valid, if the string is valid, you can write down if the string is valid. If the string is valid, the string is valid. The string is valid. What can I take? I can have exactly one path. Exactly one path here. exactly one path. Exactly one path. Okay, if string is valid. Okay, even though string is valid or invalid also. Even though string is valid or invalid also, exactly one path. I can write here. Invalid also. The string is valid or invalid also. We are having only one path. Exactly one path in DFA. Right or not? This is a very important point. Here, we can mention here. If the string is valid, what will happen? If the string is invalid, what will happen? Valid means what? The string is valid means I can take it is greater than or equal to one path. Greater than or equal to one path. Okay, the next one, invalid. Invalid means greater than or equal to, sorry, invalid means what? Less than or equal to 0. Sorry, invalid means greater than or equal to 0. You can have one path, 0 path, and you can have more than 0 paths. Okay, but 0 paths is also possible. Valid or invalid here? Here greater than or equal to one path. Please remember this part. Greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to one path, greater than or equal to 0 path. Okay, please remember this one. So this is a major difference on a DF and NFA. So while drawing the diagram, you will be understanding. Let me take one diagram here. So I can draw like this. Let me take and draw some examples I can show you. Let's see. Normally when we draw the DFA here, I'm taking one state. From that state, with respect to B, I'll be going to the final state. See here, I'm going to the final state. This is, let us take this as A and this as B. If I'm getting A, I'll be remaining in A only. If I'm getting A comma B, I can go to the same state. See, there is only one transition here. You can observe only one. Input A, only A to B, only B. Okay, fine. That's it. But coming to the DFA, I can draw this one like this. I can draw the same thing here. It's not same thing I can say, but we can draw like this. See. A to A here and A to A here also. See here. See this. This is called NFA. This is called NFA, I can say. Why sir, how it is NFA? Yes, it is an NFA, I can say. How NFA? Because see A to A, I'm having one A to A, I'm having two transitions here. I'm having two paths. A to A, I'm going A to A, again I'm going B. So this is called NFA. A to A, only A to B, B. B to A, B, B to B, B. Only one path, this is DFA and this is NFA. Sometimes we don't have any path only. Directly I can draw like this. No path exists. That is also NFA. Okay, fine. And sometimes I can have two. A to A I can have. Sometimes A to A, only one path I can have like this. So all possibilities are there in NFA, whereas in DFA, only one path. So this is NFA. Okay, one point you have to remember, very noted point, please note it. Noted point here. Every DFA is NFA. Remember, every DFA is NFA. Every DFA is NFA, but every NFA is not DFA, may not be DFA. Every NFA need not to be a DFA. Need not to be DFA. need not to be DFA. Every DFA is NFA, remember, but every NFA need not to be DFA. So you can say, sir, this is DFA, yes, DFA. This is NFA, yes, NFA. Every DFA is NFA, but every NFA may not be DFA. See here, we're having more than one path. Is this a DFA? Yes, DFA, fine. Is this NFA? Yes, NFA. Because only one path exists between A to B, okay, with respect to A. With respect to small input symbol A, we are having only one path, so this is DFA. Every DFA is NFA, that's why this DFA is also NFA. This DFA is also NFA. But this is an NFA. NFA, this is A to A to B. We are having two paths. But DFA will accept only one path. That's why this is NFA but not DFA. Like that you can differentiate. So this is the difference between NFA and DFA. Please remember there is a difference between the transition function. We have also seen the transition function, how it is Q and how it is 2 power Q. If you please revise, if you go back, you can understand how it is 2 power Q, because you are having more than one input symbol, more than one path. For a given input symbol, you are having more than one path. That's why it is 2 power Q. And it is Q only exactly one path, that's why. So this is your difference between DFA and NFA, I can say. With this, today we'll end our class. Tomorrow we are going to see construction on NFA. After constructing NFA, we are going to learn about the construction only we'll see. Mostly we'll see construction. After the construction, the next class will be NFA to DFA conversion. Okay. Then we'll go to NFA with epsilon moves. I hope this is clear. Please keep these learning notes to my WhatsApp number. Don't keep in the official group, because many people are getting disturbed, and many faculties called me and told that, sir, it is becoming disturbance, sir, because we are missing some other information. So you can keep to my group. So you can keep to my WhatsApp group. It's not an issue. Okay, fine. Is it clear? That's it for today's class. Please let me take the attendance.